welcome to this week's Ask Charlie and my how-to video. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade granola in the air fryer. I normally make this in the Aga, but you can make it in the air fryer, so I thought we would do that today. I have just got the remains of a bag of oats in my bowl, and I buy them in bulk because I make a lot of granola. I actually sell it on my website and I supply our local village shop with granola. So I'm just going to add some more oats into there. That's going to be about enough. I will leave the recipe, the link to it down below. It'll be on my website for you. And I love these big clips just to seal the bag and keep those oats fresh. So I'm using jumbo porridge oats. Very important to use jumbo rolled oats. And then in here I have got a mixture of flaked almonds, seeds and chia seeds. So I've got some pumpkin seeds, some flax, some linseed and some sesame seeds, and I'm just going to pop them in there. And then I use coconut oil, a bit of honey and agave nectar. I started making my own granola about 6 years ago when I just couldn't find what I wanted in the supermarket. When you look at the ingredients, there's so much added sweetness, and I just wanted a really healthy cereal that I could enjoy. I personally can't eat porridge. I think it dates back to school. I'm not sure. One of our children is the same. Anything of that kind of consistency just makes me gag. So semolina, rice pudding, porridge. Oh, I think that's Simon's phone somewhere here making a funny noise. Excuse that. I just can't, it's consistency. I just can't do it. I have tried. I thought that maybe I was grown up enough, and I tried a couple of years ago when I filmed my Aga course, but I really can't stomach it. So I love to have granola for my breakfast. Not every day of the week, but probably 5 out of 7 to be perfectly honest. So I'm just going to measure out these into a saucepan and melt them, mix them together, and then pour it over my my oats and seeds. So in my saucepan I add in my coconut oil, and then some agave nectar, if I can open it, there, and then some honey. And then I just gently heat that through so the coconut oil all melts in. Just on low heat, I don't want it to bubble or boil. And while the coconut oil is melting, I've just turned the air fryer on to 180. I'm actually going to use both baskets. We're just preheating it while that is melting. That's all melted, so I'm just going to pour it over and give it a good mix through. And you want to make sure that all of the oats are coated in a little bit of your oil and honey and agave. So just give it a really good mix, like this. I've cut out 2 pieces of baking paper, and I've actually just chopped the corners off so it fits into the air fryer better. And I'm going to just bring a basket over at a time and add in half of the mixture, and I'll do half in one and half in the other. Just spread that out as best I can, and then quickly pop that one in. And do the same with this one. Be careful you don't burn yourself because the air fryer has been heated up, so that basket's quite warm. And then slide that one in. I'm going to let it cook for about 15 minutes, but I'm going to make sure that I turn the oats, every probably three minutes, so they don't burn on top. You just want to make sure that you're turning them frequently. And after it's had a few minutes, just pop in and give it a little mix so the top doesn't crisp too much. You want it to cook as evenly as you can. So another one. You can see it's just beginning to toast nicely. I was really worried about turning off the alga and how I was going to cook my granola, and this is an absolute excellent way to do it. It's coming on really well. I just every few minutes just give it a little move around to make sure that it's cooking evenly. And I think in a couple of minutes it will be ready. It's looking really good. I'm just going to give it a quick check that I think it's evenly cooked. I think that is looking absolutely excellent. So I'll take the other basket out and just check that. Yeah, happy with that. So let's turn this off. And I'm going to pop it on a large tray just to cool down. So I'm now just going to turn it out onto here. And the same with this one. And then just spread it out and leave it to cool. I've popped my sun visor on and I've got my basket at the ready because I love, with my granola, rhubarb compote. So I thought we would make that as well, and I'm going to go and see what rhubarb I can pick. It's such a hot day here, and I think I might have a dip in the pool this afternoon. Luckily there's a bit of a breeze, but it is a warm one. We're so lucky to have this gorgeous weather at the moment. I had to stop up here and show you the peonies. I showed them to you last week and they are just looking incredible. I should pick them for the house, but actually I think they look so beautiful with the purple that I'm leaving them there at the moment. And a basket full of homegrown rhubarb to take inside and cook up. When your granola has totally cooled, I add in some dried cranberries, and some raisins. Give that all a good mix through. Sometimes you need to get your hands in and break up the cranberries if they're stuck together. And then I store it for our use in a Kilner jar. I use my jam funnel because I think it just makes it easier to get in there. Just scoop it all in. Make sure that the granola is totally cool before you decant it. And there is our air fried granola. Delicious for a healthy breakfast. Now I love to serve it with either with berries, I've got a bowl of berries right here, or with my rhubarb compote. So let's make the rhubarb compote now. So I have chopped up my rhubarb, I have washed it. This colander is from Colandish, and I will leave it linked down below because I do have a discount code, and it is blooming fantastic. I love it. It even has a lid, which I'm not going to use right now, but look at this. You can just go like that, and then it's not going to drip everywhere. It's so clever. So I'm going to pour my chopped, washed rhubarb into a saucepan. Here, I'm going to plop in 2 star anise in there, and then here, I love the smell of star anise. I've just sliced an orange in half, and I'm just going to squeeze in the orange juice. Ooh, squirting everywhere. Oh, it really is squirting everywhere. Squeeze in the orange juice over the rhubarb. Now you can add in a little bit of honey, you can add in a little bit of sugar. I am actually not going to add in anything because I want it to be nice and healthy for my breakfast, and I've got enough honey in my granola for my little bit of sweetness. I'm not going to add any water. I've got enough liquid from the juice of the orange. If you don't have an orange, you can always use some orange juice if you've got some of that in your fridge. And I'm just going to put this over a low heat and let it gently simmer away. My rhubarb has been bubbling away and it is looking great. It's broken down quite a lot. You can cook it for as much or as little as you like. I personally like it when it's quite broken down because I mix it in with the yoghurt and my granola. So I'm just going to leave that to cool, and you can keep it in the fridge. It will last for up to a week, so that is really useful. I actually pop it in an old yoghurt pot. I've got one right here, well, a few right here, and you can also freeze it, so it's really useful. So if you've got a big glut of rhubarb, you can, you know, cook it all up and then pop some in the freezer, pop some in the fridge to enjoy when you have your breakfast. Or, you know, there's loads of different ways that you can enjoy your rhubarb compote. It doesn't just need to be at breakfast. But oh, the smell is amazing. I actually discard the star anise now. The flavours have infused the rhubarb, so I don't leave them in there when I store it in the fridge or the freezer. Then this is my favourite yoghurt that I enjoy with my granola, so I'm going to pop a dollop of that in my bowl, and then some of my delicious rhubarb compote from the kitchen garden. It's so satisfying being able to go up and pick your own and enjoy eating it. So there we are. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's how-to. The air fryer is so versatile. I absolutely love it, and that is a delicious, healthy breakfast for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday with a new vlog. And in the meantime, have a lovely week and lots of love.